Hello and welcome to the short Vort on Parshas Acharei Mos and Mos-Kedoshim. In Perek Yud Ches, Pasuk Lamed, chapter 18, verse 30, it says, Ushmartem es mishmarti, you shall safeguard my charge. So the Gemara in Yevamos teaches us that this means that we should make safeguards to our safeguards in protecting the Torah. Or Chaim explains that we must place a safeguard around the safeguard to safeguard from the pitfalls of abominations, even by accident. So Rav Shach tells a story about a simple Jewish villager who came into a bookstore to buy a siddur, and he asked for it, and he was given a standard siddur, and he was told it was 30 kopecks. But the villager said, no, it's too small. I want one of those big, thick siddurim. So the storekeeper brought it out, and he said, this is a ruble. He goes, whoa, a ruble? That's expensive. So the storekeeper said back to him, well, then, take this one that I mentioned before for 30 kopecks. He goes, no, I want the big one with all the commentaries and all that. He goes, but you're not a rabbi, and you said it was too expensive. So the villager said, well, I've already been hurt by the small siddur beforehand. So the storekeeper asked, what do you mean by you're hurt by the small siddur? So the villager explained, yes, my neighbor, he has a big, thick one, and I only have the small siddur, and over time it gets worn out and pages fall out, and first I lose the brachos of tefillin and talis, and later on I lose parts of the halalukas and yishtabach, and so I lost out so much. So my neighbor, though, he when it falls out after time, it's something like people praying tikkun chatzos. So it doesn't matter, he doesn't lose out. So I want something like this to make sure when it falls out, I won't lose my prayers. So Shach says this means that even teaches a lesson that even when someone has the wrong safeguards for the wrong rationale, it's still the best way to make a beachhead so that we would protect ourselves from stumbling, and that's Mishmartem es mishmarti. So continue on to the beginning of Kedoshim Tiyu of the next parsha. Ramban Nachmanides says that this is a warning to be a naval b'shusatova Torah, to be a degenerate in permission of the Torah. What does he mean? He means that there's certain things we were just told about Isurim of food, Isurim of arayos, forbidden relationships, but there's certain things that are permissible, like you're allowed to be with your spouse, you're allowed to be allowed to eat certain foods, but he's telling you that Hashem is telling us, says the Ramban, that teaches not to take advantage and be too gluttonous, even what is permitted with us. By taking too much, by eating too much food and getting drunk, you're allowed to drink it, but you're not supposed to get drunk. So the best way to protect yourself from going too far is by midah of moderation, which also would fall under the class of ushmartem es mishmarti, as a way to guard our charges. So by being kedoshim, you'll be protecting yourself from going too far off the derech, even when you're not violating the laws. We don't want you to be any of us to be naval b'shus Torah. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful week and a wonderful Shabbos.